Hare Krishna, dear devotees, a very, very happy Krishna conscious Akshaya Tritiya. So we'll just be singing this nice bhajan by Vasudev Ghosh. He is the brother of Govind Ghosh. So this nice bhajan because today in Jagannath Puri, they start making the Rath of the Lord for the Rath Yatra that will be there in the month of July. So they start making the auspicious Rath for the Supreme Lord. So we'll be just singing this bhajan. Jai Jai Jagannath Sachirananda Tribhuvana Kareja Charana Vanda. You can unmute yourself and sing after me if you wish. Jai Jai
Jai Jagannath Sachidanand Tribhuvana Puri Charanandam.
Jai Jai Jagannath Sachirananda Tribhuvana Kareja Charana Vanda.
Jai Jagannath Sachidanand Tribhuvane Puri Charanandam.
Jai Jai Jagannath Sachidananda Tribhuvana Kareja Charana Vanda.
Jai Jagannath Sachidanand Tribhuvane Puri Charanandam.
नील शले चंक चक्र गदा पद्मधार नदिया नगरे दंड कमंडलुकर नील
चले शंख चक्र गदा पद्मधर
नदिया नगरे दंड कमंडलुका
नील चले शंख चक्र गदा पद्मधार नदिया नगरे दंड कमंडलुकर
नील चले शंख चक्र गदा पद्मधर
नदिया
नगरे
दंड
कमंडलुका.
जय जय जगन्नाथ सच्चिदानंदा त्रिभुवन करेजा चरण वंदा. जय जय
जगन्नाथ सच्चिदानंद त्रिभुवने पुरे चरण वंदन.
राधारे भावे एवे गौर अवतार हरे कृष्ण नाम गौर करिल प्रचार राधार
भावे एवे गोरा
अवतार
हरे कृष्ण नाम गोरा कोरिला प्रचार.
राधार भावे गौर अवतार हरे कृष्ण नाम गौर करिला प्रचार.
श्री राधा भावे एवे गोरा अवतार
हरे कृष्ण नाम गौरा कोरिल प्रचार.
जय जय जगन्नाथ सच्चिदानंदा शिवन करेजा चरण वंदा.
जय जय जगन्नाथ सच्चिदानंद त्रिभुवने पुरे
चरण वंदन.
वासुदेव घोष बोले कोरी जड़ हाथ जय गौर से कृष्णा से जगन्नाथ
वासुदेव घोष बोले कोरी जोड़ा हाथ श्री गौर से कृष्ण
से
से
कृष्ण
जगन्नाथ
से जगन्नाथ
वासुदेव घोष बोले करी जरहार, जयकार से कृष्ण से जगन्नाथ।
वासुदेव
देव घोष बोले
हरि तो जोताहार श्री
जय
गंगा
गौर
से
से
कृष्ण
कृष्ण
से
से
जगन्नाथ
जयकार से कृष्ण से जगन्नाथ।
जय
जय
गौर
गौर
से
से
कृष्ण
कृष्णा से
से
जगन्नाथ
जय जय जगन्नाथ सच्चिदानंदन, दीवाना करेगा चरण वंदन।
जय
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 जय जगन्नाथ
जगन्नाथ सच्चिदानंद त्रिभुवन
त्रिभुवन कोरे
चरण
चरण
वंदन
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे
हरे
कृष्णा
कृष्ण
हरे
हरे
कृष्णा
कृष्ण
कृष्णा
कृष्ण
कृष्णा हरे हरे
हरे
हरे
हरे
राम
हरे राम
राम राम हरे हरे
कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा
कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण
कृष्ण
कृष्ण
कृष्ण
हरे
हरे हरे हरे
हरे
राम
राम राम राम
राम हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे
कृष्ण
कृष्ण
हरे
कृष्ण कृष्ण
कृष्ण
कृष्ण
कृष्ण
हरे
हरे
हरे हरे
हरे
हरे राम 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 हरे हरे
कृष्णा हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा
कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण
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 कृष्ण हरे हरे हरे
हरे
राम
राम
हरे
राम
राम राम हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्ण
हरे कृष्ण
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 हरे
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 हरे हरे
हरे
राम
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 हरे
हरे हरे
हरे
कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे।
हरे
हरे
कृष्णा हरे
कृष्ण कृष्ण
कृष्णा
कृष्ण
कृष्णा
हरे
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 हरे हरे
हरे
राम
राम राम
राम राम
हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे।
हरे
हरे कृष्ण
हरे
कृष्ण
कृष्णा
कृष्ण
कृष्णा
कृष्ण
कृष्णा
हरे
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 हरे राम
हरे राम हरे हरे
हरे
हरे कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे।
हरे
हरे कृष्ण
कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा
कृष्ण
कृष्णा
कृष्ण
कृष्णा
हरे
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 हरे हरे
हरे
राम
राम हरे
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 जय प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद, जय प्रभुपाद जय श्रील प्रभुपाद।
जय प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद
जय
हरे
श्रील प्रभुपाद
जय गुरुदेव, जय गुरुदेव जय श्रील गुरुदेव। जय
जय गुरुदेव
जय गुरुदेव
जय
जय
गुरुदेव
गुरुदेव जय गुरुदेव
हरि बोल हरि बोल, और हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल।
Nitai Gaur Hari Bol,
Hari Bol,
Hari Nitai Gaur Hari Bol,
Nitai Hari
Hari
Bol,
Bol.
Nitai Gaur Hari Bol.
Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari
Hari
Bol.
Hari Bol.
Hari Hari Bol.
Just see the meaning of this particular nice bhajan. This bhajan is very close to my heart because I have Jagannath deities at my home. So I sing this bhajan almost on a daily basis. All glories to the dear son of Jagannath Mishra and Sachi Devi. All the three worlds offer praise unto his lotus feet. In Nilachala, he holds a conch shell, disc club, and lotus flower, while in the town of Nadia, he holds a sannyas staff and water pot. So, Kamandalukar, where he says, no, Shankha Chakra Gada Padmadhar, Nadia Nagare, Nadia, in Nadia Nagare, in Nadia city, he is holding Danda and Kamandalu Kara. So, then over here, he says that it is said in olden times, as Lord Ramchandra, he killed the demon Ravana. Then later as Lord Krishna, he revealed the splendorously opulent pastimes of Goloka. So, so here he says, Shri Radhara Bhave Begor Avatar. Hare Krishna Nam Gaur Karilo Prachar. And then he's saying that it is he who has come. He has come, oh, from Braja he has come to Nadia, accepting the mood and luster of Sri Radha. He has come from Braja to Nadia. He has come. Now Lord Govinda, the cowherd boy, has come as Lord Gauranga. So Govinda has come as Gauranga. He has come distributing the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So why has he come? He has come to distribute the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Vasudeva Ghosha says that he who is Gaura is he who is Krishna, is he who is Jagannath. So there is no difference between Gauranga Mahaprabhu, Krishna and Jagannath. Okay. And then, okay, this is... there was one thing, yeah. So this is a very wonderful bhajan by Vasudev Ghosh, and he's this is one bhajan that is there in the Vaishakha. He is the brother of Govind Ghosh. So very nice this bhajan is. And today is a very auspicious day of Akshaya Tritiya. So Akshaya Tritiya has very auspicious things, beginning of many auspicious events and auspicious, activities in devotional service. So just give me 1 minute. So this Akshaya Tritiya is very pious and a very pure day. They say that it is a very perfect day for all auspicious activities in which we don't need to follow any murat. And on this day, if we do chanting, reading, any austerity, any donations given, then it will give many-fold benefits. As it will, otherwise it will usually give. Because on this day, the moon and the sun, they are at the topmost position. So when you say Akshaya Tritiya means immortal. So whatever we do on this particular day becomes permanent. So for example, somebody is chanting 16 rounds, it will become permanent for him. Somebody is chanting 25 rounds, he will daily chant 25 rounds. So this is the power of this day. So the start of the universe and the yugas also was on this day, because on this day many incidents happened. Like on this day itself, Brahma started creating the universe. The second of the four yugas, that is the Treta Yuga. So we have four yugas: Satyug, Treta, Dwapar, and Kali Yuga. So then on this day actually Treta Yuga started. So that is why this day is called Yugadi also, which means the yuga begins from this day. Every yuga, it begins from this day only. So even in in the in the Vedic text, the appearance. Just give me 1 minute. I will just call my neighbor and ask them to just stop this drilling sound. Just give me 1 minute, oh, dear devotees. Hare Krishna, I'm back again. So, so then, even the appearance of Lord Parshuram was on the same day. Lord Parshuram appeared on this particular day. Lord Parshuram is the son of Jamadagni, and Jamadagni is the son of Rishi Richik Muni. Richik Muni, he wanted to marry Satyavati, and Richik Muni gave Satyavati payasam to eat and told her that she would get a divine Brahman son if she had it. But at that time, Satyavati's mother, she was also there standing, and she was the Kshatriya queen. So Richik Muni gave, this payasam to her too. I mean, they both, the mother and daughter, and told her that she would also get a very good Kshatriya son, if she will have this. So then Satyavati's mother thought that Richik Muni gave, his wife a better payasam than her. So Satyavati's mother asked Satyavati to exchange that. And she said that Richik Muni, and while saying that, Richik Muni actually returned. And he got to know about this incident and that both have exchanged that drink. And he got very angry. And he cursed, his wife that, she would get a brahmana, son. But he would be a Kshatriya. So, Satyavati was feeling very bad and she asked forgiveness that let her son be Brahmana, but let her grandson be Kshatriya. So then Richik Muni agreed. So then that's how Lord Parshuram was the grandson of Satyavati, who was a Kshatriya. So when one day, a king, he came to Jamadagni Rishi, and this Rishi Jamadagni, he offered him a variety of wonderful dishes. So the king was astonished and he asked that how did he get so many good dishes? He said that, I have a very divine cow who gives me all these, wonderful dishes. That is called Kamadhenu, wish fulfilling cow. So this king thought that this cow should, belong to him. So he took that cow. And when Lord Parshuram got to know about this incident, he got very angry and he went to the king and he killed him. So this king was actually not an ordinary king. He had defeated even Ravana. So when Jamadagni got to know this, he was very upset and he said Parshuram that see, you should not have killed this, king. The king has the right on the whole of this kingdom, that is his kingdom. So he has that right on the cow also. So then he asked Parshuram that, in return, you should do, austerities in the jungle. So this king, he had thousands of sons. So he, he decided to kill this Rishi Jamadagni and kill him also. So when Lord Parshuram, he came back from his austerity, he became very angry about this and he killed all the sons of that king. And he decided to vanish all the Kshatriyas from this earth. And he did also. So, Lord Parshuram appeared on this, Akshaya Tritiya day only. Then we have the appearance of Mother Ganga also. So Mother Ganga appeared on this very day, on this particular earth, because we know the whole story of Mother Ganga, that how she has emanated from the lotus feet of Lord Vishnu, and Ganga would come in great force. So if she would come in great force, she would not be able to sustain herself on the earth, and she would, she would penetrate into the earth and she would reach Patal Lok. So then to withhold her, then Lord Shiva, withholded her great force on his jata. And that's how, Ganga actually, emanated, Ganga actually flew from the jata of Lord Shiva. And that's how she reached on the earth. And then there is very nice story. I remember there is a story of about Pavan Sarovar also. So one day Lord Krishna in his childhood, he's asking his father Nanda Maharaj that Baba, where are you going? So he's telling that Maya told me that you're going to Prayag. So Nand Maharaj said, yes, I'm going to Prayag. So Lord Krishna is then asking that why are you going to Prayag? So Nand Maharaj is saying that Prayag place, it's the king of all the pilgrimages, and I want to take a bath in that holy water and get liberated. So Lord Krishna asked his father, that Baba, you please go tomorrow, don't go today. So then Nand Maharaj agreed, and then the next day when Nand Maharaj woke up and he went to take a bath in his pond over there, uh, uh, there was a very bright light and a huge man appeared in front of him. So Nand Maharaj very humbly he's asking that, oh saintly person, who are you? So then he's replying that, I am Prayag Raj and I have come over here, and every year I come once to Braj on this Akshaya Tritiya day and get myself cleaned in this dust of Braja. And this dust of Braja makes me very pious and it makes me very clean every day. So then from that day, this particular, Nand Maharaj named that pond or that sarovar as Pavan Sarovar. So also Vyasdev, he started writing Mahabharat on Akshaya Tritiya day only. And this incident happened on that Akshaya Tritiya day only. So if we see, everything in this material world is mortal, which means that it gets destroyed. But the only thing that can never be destroyed is bhakti. So we call today's day as Bhakti Akshaya. So if one starts even a little bhakti, every type of his fear disappears from his life, and he does not have to take birth again and again in this material life. So this is actually the permanent happiness people, drink because of bhakti. So like that, though we have temporary bhakti also. People drink alcohol and they get happy. But that happiness is a temporary happiness. We know. Because if you drink alcohol, then what happens is that you get high for some time, but the next day, that wo nasha niche utar jata hai. So as soon as that effect, of that alcohol goes away, then again that particular person starts feeling sad. So if we want real happiness, then on this today's auspicious day, that is Akshaya Tritiya day, we should do bhakti and we should do bhakti, chant more, read more, which will give us extreme happiness. So somebody might ask that how should we celebrate, this day? So On this day, we should wake up early in the morning, go to the temple if possible, have a glance at Krishna, have Krishna's darshan. Then we should chant the holy names of the Lord, circumambulate, do parikrama of Tulsi Maharani. We should listen to Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam. We should listen to, if possible, Ramayana also. And we should take a bath in the holy river in case somebody is near Vrindavan, Mathura, Dwaraka, Jagannath Puri, Mayapur. Then we can take some bath in the holy river. Even down south, we have many other holy rivers. And we should give donations in the temple. We should do austerity. So today, actually, we should take a lot of opportunity to get the blessings of the Supreme Lord on this particular day. Also, if you see down south Simhachalan in Andhra Pradesh, there is the abode of Lord Narsingh Dev. So this deity of Narsingh Dev is always covered with sandal paste. So on this Akshaya Tritiya day, which occurs, 11 days before Narsingh Chaturdashi or Narsingh Jayanti. So, or the appearance day of Lord Narsingh Dev. So this sandal paste is actually removed and Abhishek is performed of the Lord of Narsingh Dev. And this is the only day on which the devotees will get to see the form of the Lord. Otherwise, all year round, the Lord is covered with sandal paste only. So on the evening, again, then the deity is covered back in sandal paste. But at least throughout the day, then the Lord is giving full darshan. Lord Narsingh Dev is giving full darshan. And as I had previously also told you that today is actually in Jagannath Puri, they start making the Rath carts. So the chariot of Jagannath is called Nandi Ghosha. The chariot of Baladev is called Taladvija. And the chariot of Subhadra is called Darpadalana. So, and these are very specific wood, say ye bante hai. And even the deities, after every 12 years, they start carving on this only day. So, a very wonderful, auspicious day. So, even on today's day also, in the temple of Khirchor Gopinath in Remuna, Odisha, the deities of Madan Mohan, that is Govind and Gopinath, they both are smeared sandalwood pulp. And on today's day, in Akshaya Tritiya day, that there is a tradition that is being followed from the time of Madhavendra Purugiri, one of our previous acharyas in the Gaudiya line, that he traveled from Vrindavan to Jagannath Puri on the order of his Gopal deity to collect sandalwood and camphor, because these are very cooling and soothing during the summer days. So on the way back, this deity of Gopal, he ordered Madhavendra Puri to grind the sandalwood pulp with camphor and apply it to Gopinath only. So the Lord came in his dream in Vrindavan and he told me, I'm feeling very hot. Go to Remuna, Odisha and get me, from the Malaya hills, Chandan and camphor. So Madhavendra Puri went all the way to Odisha, and in those days, they used to not have, flights or any helicopters, but they had to go walking. So it took a long time for him to walk and even come back. So on the way back, because Madhavendra Puri was a little, aged person, so the Supreme Lord Gopinath, he is telling him that, okay, do one thing, then grind a sandalwood pulp with camphor and you apply it to only Gopinath deity. And because the deity of Gopal and Gopinath, they are not different from that particular Gopal deity. So this deity of Gopinath, what this Gopinath had done is it stole a rice sweet pot. Sweet of rice pot. And the story goes like this, that Madhavendra Puri, when he had come to Remuna, so he had, there was one kheer offered, which is called Ram Keli Kheer. And Madhavendra Puri desired that I wish I would know what is the recipe and how does it taste, so that in Vrindavan, where my Gopal deity is, I will prepare the same kheer and please the Lord there also. So then he felt very bad that, oh, before the Lord has had, how can I desire to taste that kheer also? So he was feeling very repentant, and he moved out from the temple, and he went and sat, uh, you know, uh, at the crossing juncture in that particular village. And he was feeling very sad, and he was repenting, and he was crying profusely. So that night, when the pujari is offering that sweet rice pot to Gopinath, so what does Gopinath do is Gopinath actually, takes one, what do you say, he steals one, sweet rice pot, and he keeps it behind him. And then in the dream of the pujari, he comes, he says that I have stolen one sweet rice pot. Please go and give it to Madhavendra Puri. He's a very dear devotee of mine. And so the pujari woke up, and they was finding who's Madhavendra Puri. So they found out that who is Madhavendra Puri. And that's how Madhavendra Puri got that sweet pot of rice, and he tasted it. But he was feeling very ashamed also that for me, Gopinath had stolen this particular kheer. And from that time onwards, that deity is named as Kheer Chor Gopinath. So Krishna says that is nothing new for me, stealing, for my devotees. So when even in Braj also, when Krishna used to steal butter, if you see, he was the last person to eat that butter. First, what he used to do is he used to give it to all his friends. Then, after giving to all his friends, he used to give it to all the monkeys. And after the monkeys, he used to eat. And after the monkeys, again, if they did not like it, then they used to just splash that butter all over the gopis' house, and they used to run away. So this is some very sweet pastimes Krishna does to reciprocate with his devotees, and to instill faith in people like us who do not have faith in the Supreme Lord. So, such incidents, when are spoken, then it increases our faith in the Supreme Lord. Also, if you see in Badrinath, also, the temples of Gangotri and Yamunotri are closed during the winters. So, on the day of Akshaya Tritiya, all these temples reopen for pilgrimages. So, till again the next winter, comes. And in down south also, there is Kumbakonam. This Kumbakonam, no, is actually in Tamil Nadu, in Tanjavur district. So this Kumbakonam, this temple city, they celebrate Garuda Vahana Seva for Vishnu deities. From all different, they have 12 different temples. And Garuda is also known as the son of Vinata. He is the bird carrier of Lord Vishnu. So he is the king of the birds. What is that king of the birds called? I don't remember the name. Khagendra or something like that. But in the literatures also it is said that the two wings of Garuda are the two divisions of Samaveda. So the two divisions of Samaveda, Brihat and Rathantara. And this vibration that is generated by flapping of these wings form the basis of this Samaveda mantras. So when you visit Kumbakonam on this auspicious day of Akshaya Tritiya, then we can have this darshan of Dwadash Garuda Seva. All 12 Garudas you'll have. And of course, on this day, people buy gold, and they purchase gold on this auspicious day. They say that it will never diminish. But scriptures recommend that on this Guru Pushya day, this Pushya Nakshatra, it falls actually on a Thursday. So on this auspicious day, purchase of gold is good. So it is very auspicious. And even Prabhupada, he had incorporated the League of Devotees on Akshaya Tritiya day only. And on today's day only, Sudama had visited Lord Krishna in Dwaraka. He had visited Lord Krishna for some financial help, and he had gone with just one fist of rice to offer to Krishna with his pure devotion and faith in his friend, who is Krishna. So, Lord Krishna welcomed Sudama with very great open arms. He embraced him. He treated him with very great hospitality. Why? Because Lord Krishna was Vaishya and Sudama is a brahmana. So that hospitality, what a brahmana should deserve, Lord Krishna is giving him that hospitality. So Krishna with his acts, that is when in the Bhagavad Gita it is said, na janma karma chame divyam. If anybody is understanding my birth and my activities, punar janma na vidyate. He will not take birth in this earth planet again and he'll come back to my eternal abode. So when Krishna is doing some act, he has a very great purpose. He's trying to show that though I am the supreme personality of Godhead, but in the human form, I am born in a Vaishya Parivar. Okay, it's because Nand Maharaj and all, they were tending cows and all. So though actually he's born in a Kshatriya Parivar, but that time he was in a Vaishya Parivar. So he's saying that what is the treatment a Brahmana should get? So Krishna is washing the feet of Sudama and drinking that water also. And all his queens are also, somebody's fanning Sudama, somebody's bringing some drink, and there was Chapan Bhog. 56 items, in fact, more than 56 items were there because by the time Krishna and Sudama were talking to each other, in that time, all these, principal queens of Krishna, they prepared many, many items. And Sudama ate with great delight those items. And then Krishna is accepting rice from Sudama, and Krishna also relished it with great delight. So there was, dadhati prati grinati. But the measurement was not measured because, in every act of Sudama, there was love. And in every act of Krishna also, there was genuine love for his devotee. So Sudama was very much overwhelmed by Krishna's love and hospitality. And and he forgot all about his, financial problem because his wife had sent him that, see, your, friend is the king of Dwaraka. Why don't you go and ask him? But on the way, Sudama was not thinking that I'm going to, ask financial help from my friend. He says, I'm just going to meet my friend. It's been long that I've not met my friend. And Sudama did not speak about his financial problem at all. And he just returned home and he found that his poverty had been replaced with abundance of, you know, uh, auspiciousness, prosperity. Where his hut was, there was a big palace built, and he did not recognize his own wife. He's asking, there was a hut over here. He's saying, this wife is telling that don't you know I'm your wife, and our hut is gone. Your friend has given some real good benedictions to you, it seems. So it is believed that many good, many good deeds or any good deeds a particular person performs on this particular day will bring immense benefit and blessings to that particular person. Also, Chandan Yatra starts on this particular day, which is celebrated all, which is celebrated not only in India but all around the world. And Treta Yuga is also beginning on this particular day. And there is an ingredient called barley for Homa. So, which is actually the Yuga Dharma of Treta Yuga. It was created on this particular day. And many people do a lot of elaborate pujas on this day. And people give a lot of charity in the temple on this particular day. So, a very, very auspicious day. And there is no inauspiciousness to be found today. So even, not necessary to check muratas. Somebody can get married also. There are this is like, auspicious murat throughout the day. Throughout the day, there is auspicious. Otherwise, generally in other days, we see Shubh Labh, and we see some bad omens. So then we don't perform some good activities during that time of the day. So, whatever one does, for devotees and for Krishna, that person will get more and more benefit. And that is eternal benefit. That will not get lost. It will be there. So there is one story I remember that there is the brahmana who had a very good wife and he was very poor. So whatever little money he got, he would spend it somehow. Also, he did not have any children. So under the strong request of his wife, he went to Vashisht Muni to know why he's not getting, children or begetting children. Why is he suffering without children? So Vashisht Muni told him that in his previous life, he was a very, very rich person and he had many children. But he was a very stingy person. He used to never spend on his own children. So this is the reason why in this particular birth he is very poor, and he is poor but he is without children also. So then that brahmana, he asked Vashish Muni that why he got a very good wife then, if I was so stingy. So then Vashish Muni is replying that somehow with some reason he had observed one fasting or vrat in this Vaishakha month for the last 5 days. So he got a good wife, and also he got birth in a Brahmana family just by fasting or doing austerities for this 5 months. So then this Muni, he's advising, Vashish Muni is advising that see, only last 7 days are left of this Vaishak month. So you please, do some devotional activities so that at least your next birth will be, better. So that Brahmana, he observed Vrata of Vishakha month for that at least 7 days that were left. And he got sons. He became very rich also. And ultimately, because he's a Brahmana, of course, he has wisdom. So he got love of Godhead also, and he went back to the spiritual world. So it is very important for us to hear these pastimes so that at least by hearing, we engage ourselves in the service of Guru, the Vaishnava, Sri Krishna, and become inspired to always render service to the devotees. And when we serve the devotees, it is always beneficiary because such interactions with the Vaishnavas and Guru is going to give us, going to bring us more closer to Krishna. So, there is one more story I remember of Akshay Patra. This Akshay Patra is said to be given by sun god actually. So it is that same pot that Draupadi had used to cook in what you say, um, when they were there in the exile, when they are gone for the 12 years of exile. So it is said that from the time of turning it upwards for the use of a day, the pot will provide unlimited amount of foodstuffs for the satisfaction of the Supreme Lord. Now this is for the satisfaction of the Supreme Lord, not for anything else. So then, there is a story with this, like it goes that way that we know that sage Durvasa is very an angry sage, and he had come to Draupadi, for having lunch. So, when the Pandavas, they were in an exile and they resided in a place, created by Maya Danava. So this Maya Asura, he had built this palace out of, gratitude to Krishna for saving him in the forest, in the Khandava forest, where, he was hiding with, when Agni had devoured it. So he also actually presented Bhima, this Mayadana also presented Bhima with a very nice fighting club, Gada jisko bolte hain. So after this Rajasuya sacrifice was performed, Duryodhan was always envious. So he was thinking that uh, Pandavas came to see, this mention created by Mayadana's illusion. So bewildered by, many kinds of illusions, Duryodhana, he took that floor that was there uh, for, he took the solid floor for water and lifted the end of his garment. He started walking forward. And he thought that, okay, it was shallow water, but it was actually a solid floor. And after some more few steps, he fell. He thought that this is only a floor, but actually it was water. So then he fell into that solid water. So uh, Duryodhana, as usual, he was very proud and he was wearing his crown and a very costly necklace and he was very angry. But when he fell into this water, everyone was laughing, especially Bhima and Draupadi were laughing. So Yudhishthir actually was trying to stop them or check them from laughing. But somehow or the other, he just glanced that you should not laugh. So Lord Krishna, however, he encouraged it by, some suggestive gestures by raising his eyebrows. If you see in the Mahabharat serial, very clearly they actually depict that. So then this Duryodhana, he was humiliated and he was, swearing revenge. And he actually turned his face and he went to Hastinapur. Now, when the Kurus had made a conspiracy of the gambling match, and during the gambling match, Yudhishthir lost his kingdom, wealth, and he lost even Draupadi. And Draupadi, had very beautiful hair. And Dushasan actually pulled her hair and he brought her into that particular court. So then when all that incident that happened where Draupadi, and then these Pandavas, they were sent to the exile for 12 years. After this, so there were two gambling matches. First gambling match, got this, but the second gambling match, then, a big disaster happened between the Pandavas and the Kauravas. So then the Pandavas were sent for 12 years exile and 1 year incognito. Incognito yani agyatwas. So then totally making it to 13 years of exile. And if during that final year, if the Pandavas were caught or their whereabouts were discovered, then again they will be, spending another 12 years in the forest. So because Pandavas were, very much concerned how to feed the Brahmanas, because Kshatriyas are very much careful about feeding the Brahmanas. So, so Draupadi was also accompanying them because they took Draupadi, because only that exile was meant for the Pandavas. But Draupadi is also thinking that, see, they want to feed the Brahmanas, then how will they cook? And how will they cook for themselves also? So I should accompany them. So Draupadi was given a pot by, sun god called Akshaya Patra. And this pot would be empty till Draupadi had taken her meal and turned the pot upside down. Till then, it would produce, go on producing, food or whatever she desired. So then it would produce no more food. After she has put that pot upside down, then it would produce no more, for that particular day. So once Draupadi, she had finished cooking and had just taken her meal, when Duryodhana had plotted that I should send Durvasa Muni, and then Durvasa Muni will get very angry on them, and Durvasa Muni will curse, and because of the Durvasa Muni's curse, these people will be devastated. So then Durvasa Muni arrived with 10,000 disciples. So Durvasa Muni and his disciples had, uh, asked very secretly that Duryodhana told, but just go secretly, don't go, informed. And then Kauravas knew that what time, Draupadi will have her meal, and then she will be unable to offer anything to Durvasa Muni, and that's how Durvasa Muni will get very angry and then he will curse. So Durvasa and his disciples, they went to the river and they took a bath, they freshened up. And before, they had this custom that in the previous times, what people used to do is they used to have a bath, they used to chant Gayatri, and then they used to have their afternoon meal. So Durvasa Muni told Yudhishthir that we're just going to have a bath at the river. We'll do a Gayatri and we'll come back. In the meantime, she can prepare the food. So Draupadi was completely in anxiety during that time, and she's praying to Krishna for help. Oh Krishna, please help me, please help me. And Lord Krishna then told Draupadi that, if there was even one morsel of food left, he would be satisfied. And if that is offered, then, I'll be very much satisfied. So, Draupadi is actually trying to see that nothing was there, but then she saw a very small fragment of, spinach stuck to the side of the pot. And Krishna said, okay, bring it to me. And then Draupadi is offering that to Krishna. And simply by eating that small morsel of food stuff, uh, all, all the disciples of Durvasa Muni and Durvasa Muni himself, they became completely satisfied. And they were thinking that, oh, now our stomachs are full, our bellies are full, we are not very hungry. What we'll do is we will just slip away. So they were feeling embarrassed that, okay, there, Yudhishthir Maharaj has invited me for Brahman Bhoj. And, if I don't have, he'll feel bad. So they slipped away and they did not come, to have only that meal. And that's how Krishna saved the Pandavas. And Duryodhana's plans completely failed. So this Akshay Patra, why, there is so much of importance of that Akshay Patra, because when you say Akshay means which does not get, that is immortal. So that's how on this particular day, anything you do that will remain permanent with you. It will not, finish off very faster. So this is a very auspicious day today. See, now it is like almost 6:30. We have time till 10:30 or 10 o'clock, whatever time you all are sleeping at. At least we have another like 3.5 hours. We can chant more, we can read more, we can hear more, and we can, sing the glories of the Supreme Lord. We can sing bhajans also for the Supreme Lord, and that's how it's a very auspicious day. In case you are staying near the temple, you can go and visit the temple and come give some donation, maybe 10 rupees, 100 rupees, whatever is your desire. You can give a donation in the temple and then you can come back, and whatever you can offer it to Krishna. At least some sweet should be offered to the Supreme Lord today, because any festival we offer sweets to the Supreme Lord. So just offer it as sweet to the Supreme Lord. That will also suffice the problem. So thank you very much, devotees. I rest my speech over here. Anybody has any comments, questions, or any clarifications or reflections, you're free to ask me. Yeah, Priyanka is asking that Kali is in gold, then how can it be auspicious to buy gold today? Yeah, so if gold is utilized in the service of the Lord, then it will be auspicious. Anything utilized in the service of the Lord, it will be auspicious. Anything done for sense gratification, then it will not be auspicious. Right? So that way. So see, it's not that women cannot wear gold. Women should wear gold. Because even if you see, according to the Vedic culture, women are supposed to wear gold. And even in Ramayana also, when Mother Sita, she was not wearing anything, then Vashisht Muni's wife, she gave a lot of gold and jewelry to Mother Sita. She's saying that a lady who is married should not be without any jewelry. At least she should have that basic jewelry that is there onto her, body. Like she should have a Mangal Sutra, she should have those gold earrings. Nowadays, nobody follows all this because people are too much allergic with gold also. And Prabhupada says that gold is stool. Now, Shastra say this, and Prabhupada is saying this in how to reconcile these two things. So, Prabhupada said gold is yellow stool in the sense that we should not get overly attached with gold. Some people, they collect a lot of gold. They have a lot of, what do you say, intoxication with gold. So, once I had seen one person on the airport, and he had some, 5, 6 gold chains on his necklace, on his neck, sorry. Then he had some gold bracelet, he had a gold watch, and all his 4 fingers, he had gold rings, all the 8 fingers except for the thumb. He had all that, gold rings and all. So he was overly obsessed with gold. He was wearing gold a lot. So we should wear that much only, that much is required. If not required, should not wear also. Yeah, gold is the best investment. You can buy gold and keep it in your locker, no problem. And use it for Krishna service. Absolutely. Thank you, Preeti Mataji, for that comment. Thank you very much. Any more comments? Okay, so if we don't have any comments, reflections, we actually wind up for the day. Thank you so much for joining in. You all can chant, you all can read for the rest of the day. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai, Hare Krishna. Actually, ideally speaking, I take one class on every Sundays for children, the international children, and currently we will be on the 4th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam. I've completed 3 chapters. I'll be starting the 4th chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam with the kids. But that ID that is there, it's a very tricky ID. That is only the portal ID that they have. And I cannot share that ID. So that is the only problem. We could have read Bhagavatam with the kids. If you see the kids' enthusiasm while reading the Bhagavatam, you will be, will be shocked. Children are more interested in Bhagavatam than anybody else. And they have sometimes more information than even me, which even I don't have. They will tell me that information. So it's a very learning good. There are almost like 35 children on that particular Bhagavatam class. So very wonderful that Bhagavatam class done. And I keep waiting for Sundays that when will this class come. So children are very, active. And these are those children who are staying out of India in the United States or in Australia or in UK. And I was very much, amazed to see, the samskaras, the parents that the samskaras that the parents are giving the children. And they're so enthusiastic to hear the Bhagavatam. And I give them a lot of assignments. I keep them giving so many activities, assignments, mind mapping, charts, drawing, everything. And so wonderful those children are that I might give almost 11 assignments throughout the week. And before the week ends, all the 11 assignments are there uploaded on the portal, whether it's a mind map, whether they have to recite a poem on Krishna or a Bhagavatam or on a particular character. Also, we frame certain poems. Is there before Saturday. Sunday is the class. By Saturday, everything is uploaded on that portal. So a lot to learn. And I was thinking that we could involve even more people, but that's a very tricky ID, and I cannot share it. It's not a shareable ID. So that's the only challenge with that. Otherwise, today we could have actually, gone through the 4th and the 5th chapters at least. I complete almost 1 chapter a week every time. So thank you, dear devotees. Thank you so much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Bhakta Vrind ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Mataji.